Recently, I have received a number of compliments on my thumbnails, my YouTube thumbnails. And so, what I want to do today is create a video showing you step by step how I'm making them. Hint, I'm actually using AI for about 90% of the process, but I just want to show you. I know that I have a blind spot for thumbnails. I have made thousands of thumbnails. I have hired people for thumbnails. I've actually paid for courses. I've spent thousands of dollars in courses just to improve my thumbnails. It is something that I know is a blind spot of mine, and it's something that I'm continuously improving on because I know that if I make a better thumbnail, I can get more views and I can reach more people and I can help more people. But like if you just scroll through, you can see like this here. I hired a person to do it from the Philippines. He did a really good job, but I didn't see any noticeable improvement on my click-through rate. The click-through rate is the percent of people that see your thumbnail and click. It's out of 100. And in general, the click-through rate for a YouTube video is going to be like, I don't know, between 3 and 8%. If you can get over 10%, the video will go viral, right? So if we look at these, I'm just going to keep scrolling. I'm going to show you. I know that my thumbnail game isn't very good, and I'm always trying to figure out ways to improve it. In fact, I went out and found people on Twitter or X to try and improve these thumbnails because I have I know that I'm not good at it. It's one of those things where um, it's a deficiency. I feel like I've tried everything, including hiring people, but I feel like the things that have worked the best are AI. So let me walk you through the process of what I do step by step so that maybe you can do it too, or maybe you could actually offer a service where you're doing thumbnails for other people. So the first thing that I do is, and I'm going to use the example of this video. This is a video from 2018. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm going back and updating old thumbnails. So the first thing that I do is I actually will download the download the transcript using using Premiere Pro. So I will upload the video into Adobe Premiere Pro, click export, and then I get a TXT file. So I'm just going to put that in my downloads, and comment prompts, and I'll actually give you the prompts for these. I'll have to put them in a comment because they're pretty long prompts, right? So now that I've got that, the next step is to go over to ChatGPT and grab my prompt. So the first prompt that I'm going to get, I'm going to show you this entire process of how I'm going about updating my channels as well. But we're focused primarily on thumbnail improvement. But so I'm going to just go grab this prompt from ChatGPT. Grab this prompt from my notes. See if I can find it real quick. And the first thing that I want to do is I want to update my titles, descriptions, and tags. Now, the reason why I'm doing this way is so that I can actually get a better title. And I want the better title because I'm going to put the title into the next prompt so that I can tell Sora, that's the software that I'm using, to exactly what to do. So just real quick, we're going to quickly get this and then move on to the next step, which is to actually get the prompt that we need. And while that's working, I am going to grab the actual prompt that we need. And once again, you've got to comment, either screenshot if you can, or comment updated prompt, and I'll tag you and I'll make sure that you get it. Okay, so if we look, this is a really long prompt. This is the entire prompt. It is that long for a reason. And basically what I've done is I've combined all of the best, I would say, all of the best suggestions and ideas. Why didn't that come out correctly? So I'm going to actually have to redo this. Actually, you know what? Let's just go with this because we've got it. That's weird. Why did that happen? So because I grabbed the wrong one. That's why I needed to use that one. So let me redo this so that you can see the right way to do things step by step. All right, so I'm just gonna get rid of this entire prompt. And I'm going to put this one back in. And this again is the prompt for, the first prompt I'm giving you is for titles, descriptions, and tags. So that's going to quickly work. Now I can grab the prompt that we actually need, copy this over. And once again, I'm going to attach my transcript, this transcript that we just got. And then I'm going to grab one of these titles. So, screen flow tutorial for beginners will walk through the easiest video editor for Mac users. So I'm just going to copy this. And then inside of the prompt, we have, there's a space for the title. So if we just scroll up right here where it says insert video title, I'm going to paste it in just like that, hit enter. And while that's working, I'm going to update that. And like I said, while it's doing a couple other things, right now it's working on getting me the prompt that I need. And once I have the prompt that I need, we can move on to the next step. But for now, you guys are kind of seeing behind the scenes of what I've been doing to some of my older videos to get more traction and more views to my older videos. Because it's easier than creating a whole separate new video. So you can see right now, if I just click on this, let's go download. Ooh, maybe I got to refresh here. I don't want to refresh because I just actually we're going to click save. If I click download, this is what the thumbnail currently looks like. This is a image that I got from Unsplash, and I made this thumbnail in Canva. So we're going to delete this. Okay, great. So now we've got a number of ideas that we can enter in right into Nano Banana. I think I said Sora, I meant Nano Banana. What we're going to do now is I'm going to bring up Nano Banana like this. Then I'm going to copy in the first one. Now what I do is I will actually do like 6 or 7 of them. So I'm going to paste this in, and then I just include an image, upload image. We'll scroll down. Let's see, desktop. We'll scroll down to an image of me. That's the one I use pretty much every time. If we scroll up, you'll see that's the one I use. And then within a couple seconds here, we'll have a few different ideas. And then there's one additional step that I like to take for my new thumbnails to, I think, make them pop a little bit more. So while that's working, I'm going to jump back over here, copy this once again, and I'm going to paste this in. So as soon as that one's done, I'm going to get a new one. So hopefully this just takes a couple seconds longer. Actually, while that's working, I can scroll back up here and grab the timestamps. Now again, this might, you could actually do this as a service that you offer for people. Tell them that you will update their YouTube channel with a more in-depth description and help them get more views, right? You want to sell the benefits and not actually the service, because people don't want to see how the sausage is made. They just want they want to eat lunch or they want to eat dinner. And so if you can sell this as a service, let me paste this in here, and then we just kind of delete whatever is left over. And by now we should have a few. Okay, great. So now we should have, okay, great. So I'm going to download this one, and then I'm just going to do it again. Now, what you have to look at is that you only get a certain number of tokens per chat, but you always can just refresh. So you exit and go back in, and it'll give you a whole new set of tokens. So the next step of what I do is I actually use Photoshop for this. You don't have to use Photoshop. You can use whatever photo editing software that you want. I am going to bring in the image that we just created. And one thing that I try and do is I try and get rid of this little star here. I don't know why it does that, but I'm just going to drag this down just a little bit, drag it up, and then kind of move this over. Sometimes they don't look 100% like me, but that's all right. And then I am going to rasterize layer. And actually I've got, this laptop is a little weird. It's got two monitors, but for intents and purposes, we can do this. And then the one thing that I like to do is I like to turn up the the vibrance and saturation, I like to turn this all the way up, about right there. Turn up the saturation. Ooh, that might be a little too much today. And then the other thing I like to do is I like to turn up the contrast. So we'll go brightness and contrast, and we'll go contrast, and then brightness is up just a little bit. Click OK. Looks good to me, and I'm going to export this. And then we'll say export, and then just give it a title. The title that I usually give it is like 10/30/01, because today is October 30th. And while that's working, we should perfect. So look at this one. This one's actually really good. And now we're going to go back over here. Let's see. We'll scroll down just a little bit. Okay. Grab this one now. Copy. And paste it in. And then just kind of do that same process again and again. Now, I'm not guaranteeing you that I'm going to get a ton more views from this, but if I pick up 20 extra views per day per video, that's pretty significant. And this actually looks like a good thumbnail, right? This looks, the text is right. This looks more like me. Once again, I'm just going to rasterize this layer. Come up to image, adjustments, vibrance. We're going to turn that up a little bit, turn saturation up. We'll go to brightness, contrast. I like to have a high contrast here, so it kind of makes it look a little bit more dramatic. And again, I have a blind spot for creating thumbnails. That's why when I found out that you could do this, and I learned this from he's a YouTube guru, get more views guy. I forgot his name. He has a brother with, I don't know if it's a twin brother, but I forgot his name. Yeah, I learned I learned that you could do this from him. And so ever since the last, I would say maybe 3 weeks to a month, I've been using this to make my thumbnails. It saves a ton of time. The thumbnails perform better than something that I can do. They were performing on par, or at least a little bit better than what the freelancer I was paying was doing. And so, what's really cool about, let me just show you this prompt. What's really cool about the prompt is that I get 10 opportunities, 10 options, right? And I can generate all 10 images and pick the best 3. And then let me just show you the last step real quick of what I've been doing, so that hopefully you can take advantage of it. So once again, I'm going to rasterize. I think I already rasterized this. And then I'm going to go to image, vibrance, turn this up a little bit, a lot of bit, turn the saturation up a little bit. To me, it looks a little bit more dramatic. And drama's good on social media or on the internet. And so, we turn this up just a little bit, and then export one more time. And the reason why I still have you here is because I want to show you the final step. The last thing that I do to give me the best chance of getting more views. So I've got all of that. The final step for me is I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to click on test and compare. Then I'm going to get rid of the old one. Change. Let's see, we can find the new one. I like this one first, and then this one second, and then the one with the 2 monitors weirdly put together third. So I click done. It's going to start a test, and it may get me more views, which is what's most important, right? And so the last step, what I do when I'm updating older thumbnails, is I'll create a blog post. And let me just show you one last prompt if you are interested in turning your videos into blog posts. And the reason why you might want to do this is there's a thing called backlinks, where you are putting your YouTube videos in different places across the internet. And the more places it is across the internet, the better it is for you. That's the kind of like the lazy way of explaining what backlinks are. But I have, once again, a pretty detailed prompt of what I'm going to expect. I click that. I come over to WordPress. You can see this is a video I just did. I'm going to click this WordPress button, click add post. I'm going to grab my link to my YouTube video like this. I'm going to paste it in right here. Now by this time, I'm going to come back up, double click. And now I actually don't want people to read the blog post. I want people to watch the video. If they read the blog post, great. My preference would be for them to watch the video. And I just copy this all the way down. Now you might want to spend some time reading it, but I don't. So I'm going to copy this. I'm going to paste it in just like this, and then click publish. And now, if I view the post, I've got a brand new post. I have a brand new thumbnails, and this only took me a matter of 15 minutes, 16 minutes. So how cool is that? And this is something that I think you could do if you are doing it for yourself, if you're a brand new YouTuber. It is good to learn the fundamentals of creating thumbnails, because it is a skill. And it's a skill that kind of evolves over time. But, you know, if you're like me and you have a blind spot for thumbnail creation, using this will save you time, it'll save you money, it'll save you frustration. Like my last video that I uploaded had over a 6% click-through rate, which is higher than normal. A video that I uploaded earlier this week actually had a lower click-through rate, but that was because YouTube was sending it out to more people. YouTube, or at least my initial audience, loved the, and maybe I'll bring one of those up. My initial audience loved the thumbnail so much that the click-through rate was high in the beginning, and then YouTube said, hey, this is a good video, let me send it out to more people. Now, a good thumbnail is not going to completely save a bad video. You still need to have watch time, you still need to have engagement and all the other stuff, but, you know, look at your thumbnail, and I think I've used this analogy before. Your thumbnail is kind of like the giant McDonald's sign on the highway. If you live in the United States, you're driving up and down I-94 or, you know, the major road in your city or state, and as you're driving by, you see the giant McDonald's logo and Best Buy and Burger King and all of these different logos. The thumbnail is what you need to get them to stop and pull off into the parking lot of McDonald's, right? That's why it's important. But if you're serving bad food, a great thumbnail will only help you get customers in the door, but you know, if they're not eating or if they're leaving right away, that's not going to help. So anyway, that is how I make my thumbnails. Let me know if you guys have any questions. And of course, make sure that you comment 18-minute club, because I love to see the people that stay until the end. I think the people that stay until the end are action takers. They are the ones that are serious about starting an online business. People, and this is a little bit of behind the scenes, but most people, when watching a YouTube video, they'll leave 4 minutes in, right? If it's a 20-minute video, they're leaving 4 minutes in because they got distracted, or they're leaving 4 minutes in because it doesn't instantly do whatever it is that they really want. And so for most people, the most value that you're going to get is at the end of the video, towards the end of the video. So make sure that you stay and make sure you comment 18-minute mark so that I can see who stays until the end, who's part of the club. And thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.